Hello everyone, I'm Uma Gopal Krishnan. It feels great to connect again. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and liking my videos. This is possible only because of the evolution in communication. The whole world has been brought to our doorstep. In this video, let's learn more about communication since ancient times to the modern times. I'm sure you will enjoy the video and like it. So let's begin.
The icons on the screen say it all. What is communication? Obtaining or sending various types of information is called communication. Do you know, children, in the beginning, man used gestures and facial expressions and different kinds of sounds to communicate. Later, different sounds came to mean different things. When he was happy, he would laugh. When he was sad, he would cry, or he would shout if he is in pain, something like that. Facial expressions, a very good example is the emojis that we use. Gestures, the actions that you make with your hands. This led to the development of language. After spoken language, man invented writing. He began to carve his thoughts onto the walls of caves and pieces of wood. Communication began in this way in very ancient times. You can see the cave paintings and the carvings on the pieces of wood. Human beings can speak, they can talk to one another, right? They can pass on messages, they know how to write, so they can write letters. Long ago, messengers walked or ran all the way to take a message. Sometimes they rode on horses. Sometimes they used train pigeons to carry messages. But all these methods were pretty slow. Man also used signals and sounds to communicate. Some people used drums to send messages to far away places. You can see the men are hitting the drums and the other man is able to hear it, thereby understanding what does it mean. Some people used smoke signals. People also used sounds. Baji Prabhu was waiting for the gun sound from Vishalgarh, which signaled the safe arrival of Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj was waiting for the flag to be hoisted on Simhagad, thereby indicating Tanaji Malusare had won. These are some examples, children, of signals. In today's world, we still use signals at traffic lights. The red light, the green light, the amber light, right? This enables us to have a smooth and accident-free journey on roads. The guards use the red flag and the green flag in the railway stations. Now, communication is of two types. One is personal communication and the other is mass communication. Communication is of two types, personal communication and mass communication. Under personal communication, we have letters, telegraphs, telephones. When personal, we say it is from one person to another, so it becomes a private affair. Let's watch this video. It shows how the postal system works. How does the postal system work? Millions of letters, parcels, money orders are sent and received through the postal system every day. The same are transported through vans, trains, aeroplanes and ships. You can see the little girl excited to receive a letter. The postal index number or the PIN makes it easy to sort the letters. This makes the service more efficient and quick. You can see in that letter, the PIN has been circled in blue. The post offices also provide speed post and banking facilities. You can see on your screen, they also have courier services by speed post. Banks. Stamps carry images of personalities to honor them, special events, dates, etc. You can see a national animal tiger, a stamp to save the tiger project. Next is you can see man landing on the moon in the year 1969. Then Baba Sahib Ambedkar, to commemorate his birth anniversary, a stamp was released. What are telegraphs? As soon as electricity was invented, man started using electrical signals. Telegraph machines were used to send or receive these messages. These messages were called telegrams. Now children, telegrams are no more used, but this I think you need to know. You can see the machine which is called as a Morse code machine. The man taps it and it displays messages in the forms of dots and dashes. That is further reading that they understand what is the message and it is passed on to the people. In Hindi we call it as tar. Soon we had the landline telephone, where telephone lines were laid underground or overhead and people could talk. You can see the hand artist showing how the man is using a public telephone, what we call as the PCO. And now we also have mobiles or cellular or cell phones. In landlines, the telephones were fixed in one place, so you could not carry it with you. But now with the cellular phones, it is easy for us to walk around with it because of the availability of the network. And we can also send SMS or a written message through our cellular phones. Now, what is mass communication? Under mass communication, we have print, that is newspapers, magazines, periodicals, banners, etc. Electronic communication, like radio, television, we will be dealing with radio and television in the video. When you see mass communication means from many people get the information at the same time. Like for example, when you see the news broadcast, once the news is broadcast, everyone comes to know what is happening. So that is called as mass communication. Print media. Under print media, we have newspapers, magazines, periodicals, banners, etc. Here you can see newspapers, the newspapers in the different languages. I'm sure you're familiar with it. The magazines, your favorite Tinkle, India Today, you have the India Today Hindi too, the Competition Success Review, which helps you for competitive exams, sports magazines, Parent Circle magazine, and many more. I'm sure you would have seen many in your houses. And yes, your favorite school magazine, The Horizon, where you all put in your articles, contribute every year. The radio was first invented and it was followed by the television. The radio makes it easy for people to understand what is happening around the world. In radio, it's only audio, that is, you can only listen. In television, it is both audio as well as video. We have a sound artist here showing us how the people are enjoying the different communication, the residents, fathers listening to music, children are watching television, grandson is talking on the phone and mother is eagerly waiting for the news. Quiz time. Who invented the radio? What is the national radio called in India? Who invented the television? What is the national television called in India? I'm sure children you know these answers. And you're going to find out. Satellite communication. You can see an artificial satellite revolving around the Earth. Artificial satellites are launched in space. They revolve around the Earth. It helps in transmitting sounds and pictures. A satellite acts as a bridge between different countries of the world. Did you know that the internet is connected through a satellite? So children, the satellite communication plays a very big role in bringing the world together. We can say that the whole world is at our doorstep. We have an example of a satellite communication. The first Indian to go to space, Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma. He is in space and he communicates with the then Prime Minister, Srimati Indira Gandhi. Let's have a look.
ऊपर से भारत कैसा दिखता है आपको?
बगैर किसी झिझक के कह सकता हूँ सारे जहां से अच्छा.
When the former Prime Minister asked him how India looked from space, his answer was Sare Jahan Se Acha. Quiz time. What is the name of the first Indian satellite who is called as the father of the Indian space research? Thanks to the artificial satellites, because of the availability of internet, we can send emails. On the computer, we can use many sites. Like you can do shopping, online shopping, you're all aware. Online banking, we don't have to go to the bank anymore. 24 hours during the day, we can transfer money or someone can send money to us. So even if you are at distant places and you have a problem, you can do a money transfer. It is so easy now to send a message. It is the World Wide Web, the brainchild of the computer scientist Sir Tim Berners-Lee, that has made this all possible. The World Wide Web is like it is a world of computer pages which has got links in it or the URL. You just have to click on it and there it opens. So be it banking, shopping, learning things from the net, online classes, everything is possible because of the World Wide Web. It went live in the year 1991 and this year we are celebrating 30 years. So it's celebrating its 30th birthday.
You can see the icons of the different apps that you always use either on your computer or your smartphones. Thanks to www, our smartphones have really become smarter, and thanks to the internet. We have a question here. Who invented the first computer?
This video by Vivek Patil shows us how the simian phone becomes a smartphone thanks to the different networks and the speed of the networks from 2G to 3G to 4G, and soon we may be having the 5G. Duniya mutti mein. So when we stay connected, great things happen. Children, just as human beings, birds and animals also communicate to one another. You've seen if a crow is injured, you have all the crows cawing together. If your pet dog sees you, it wags its tail, showing its happiness. So try this. Study the birds and animals in nature. See how they communicate with each other. Animals make certain specific sounds when they are in danger, when they recognize someone, when they see food, or when they are injured. Listen to these sounds carefully and make a note of them in your notebook. Even in the jungles, when they see the tiger or the lion prowling, you will see that the animals start chattering, they're all disturbed. Study the responses of birds and animals when such sounds are made near them. Cats, dogs, sparrows, and crows make different sounds in different circumstances. You will find that other animals also make such sounds. This means animals also communicate with each other. They also send and receive messages. Do you know fish live in water? How do they communicate? Find out. Do you know recently the use of mobile phones has increased? You all are aware of that. However, our beloved sparrows are disturbed by the waves coming from the mobile phones. That is why sparrows are disappearing from our environment. So, dear children, we must remember that means of transport and communication are to be used as needed. Excess use of these means is harmful for us as well as for all the living beings in the environment. Use a brain power. Which of the following is not a means of transmission? A radio, television, puppet theatre, cinema. What's the solution? Meena has to send a very important message to a distant place right away. Which means of communication do you think she should use?
Thank you, children. Stay safe. Stand by for part 2 of this video.